Up next, we got Adrien Broner. I'm tripping. Up next, we got Adrien Broner skipping out on a $2,200 bar tab. They saying he broke. He's saying, take me to jail. Check it out.
Party for free, cool.
But how is he gonna get this money though?
He gonna get it back, man. Can we do a party or something?
Why am I bleeding, bro?
No, because we got to square this up tonight.
Y'all taking me away?
Bro, I know you.
Baby, you don't want, bro. Come
You're
on,
not
bro.
from that do that.
You ain't worth going to jail, bro.
I know you can't.
He say, I'm my big brother, I'm with Moor, man.
I ain't did nothing.
But you really
You'll
want this
get
in
your
the
money.
news, though?
I don't know what's
Tomorrow.
really going on.
Did y'all order anything from him?
Yeah, bro, when every time we go. Yeah.
Hey, yo, pay for this. I'll see you
I'm
tomorrow.
right here at the front door. Yeah,
He didn't even make that today.
Bro, I don't have that. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? You AB, bro.
Yeah, that's what he makes in 2 weeks, bro.
Right, he didn't make that in one night.
Whenever y'all ready to arrest me. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
Yeah, like motherfuckers is getting free
Alright,
walk
here y'all go.
That's like promotions, man.
And that's all I can give. If y'all don't want it, take it back. What that is?
It's 40, bro. It's 2. Damn, let's get them some money, man. They showed us some hospitality to the max. Nah, what's that?
Give it to him. That is all I can give. Well, you done the recording, bro. I ain't fucked up. My life fucked up.
I ain't gonna lie, since we've been out here, man, ain't nobody charged us to come through and kick and give us
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't do this, bro. I would have stayed here until he shot me, bro.
Hey, did they communicate all this with them?
I don't know. Defense came to me, told me.
Y'all should have made that clear. Y'all planning on just doing a walkthrough or something like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Y'all just come in here and just roll up the tab and talk to them and let them know what y'all trying to
He ain't talk to me either.
It's the same. It be like vice
Same.
versa.
All right, just take me to jail.
Come on. You gotta get these consequences.
Hey, come get me. Come get me. Right now. Hey, BJ, give my phone. Give my phone. He really called the narcs, bro.
AB said, I ain't fucked up. My life fucked up. I'm telling you, that's gonna go far somewhere. I'm telling you, that's a saying. You know, he just going through his own personal battle. I just think that he was at the bar just getting too lit. You know, they caught him at a drunk moment. And he's probably fighting some demons, to be honest with you. What I will say is that the person that was recording him, if he was with him, that ain't your friend, dog. You need to find out who was recording you, because they the ones that's plotting on you right now.
When a black person is murdered by police or at the hands of the police, the gun, bullet that came from a police officer's registered
on average,
gun.
how many times a year would you say a black person killed by police? The Washington Post's own database, left wing, 10 black individuals a year. So here's my contention. So you have a population that dads are not around, that is very, very murderous per population capita, that is very violent, more likely to be involved in gangs. And we, as conservatives look at that and we say, wait a second, like the problem is within the community. The problem is not the government. The problem is not the culture. The problem is not the history. Instead, really what needs to happen is black leadership, black pastors, and black dads need to go into the black community and say, we're better than this. Cut the killing, cut the violence. Do you know the most, one more point.
Go ahead.
Who is, outside of heart disease and all that, what is the #1 killer of black people in America?
I know about like diabetes.
Gun violence.
Fellow black people. A black person is far more likely to be killed by another black person than anything else. Black people are a greater threat to their own people than any other community. So it's not like white supremacists coming into these communities and they're mowing down. It's black on black gang violence.
I don't even know why I do this to myself. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to put this in here to give an objective reasoning. And a lot of times black people feel like Charlie Kirk is attacking us. What he's doing is he's giving his perspective, his limited perspective on what's going on with black people because he was asked by black people. And so a lot of times people perceive this as him just debating them, but that's not what's happening. I look at it as him getting there and having a conversation straight up, presenting what he thinks are facts and looking for someone to rebut. And the one place that you would think you should be able to go where the minds are supposed to be the brightest is college. So that's where he brought the fight.
Breathe. Take your time. You can get it out. Just breathe. Puss ass little boy. There you go. Excuse me.
There you go.
Round. Yeah, with it. Whatever happened to him? Oh, LeGero? LeGero was good before. I know what you're thinking.
Wait, the way the nigga said excuse me round, like he didn't say it like, you know how I do all of them, like what's happening round? He said it proper, like he, excuse, like he from New Orleans, but he speak proper. It's funny, like this dude funny as a motherfucker, dog. This nigga, wait, that nigga said, pussy ass little boy. There you go. That bitch stupid. Alright, let me finish. This nigga stupid, son.
The nigga must be fucking stupid or something. But he was the smartest one in here. It was just one day. One day Monique came in here tripping, you heard me? Her parent was tripping off that MD 2020 the day before. She was tired. Seemed like she was tired of everything. I could look at her and tell she was aggravated. Then she reaching in the backpack trying to get the Chinese noodles out. About to put the little seasoning in there.
He really from New Orleans because you already know about them Chinese noodles, the yellow pack. You know what I'm saying? Like the yellow pack, you gotta crush them bitches all the way up. You eat them like chips. All you do is put all the flavor in. That's how we eat it down there. And they probably have like a pickle or like a pig lip or some shit like that in there. I don't know niggas still be eating pig lip like that.
The oil in it. Get it nice and moist. But they wasn't in there. At the time, it was me, her, and the Gerald sitting over there. I told her,
nigga, fight, kill your ass over them noodles, boy. God damn.
Look, I don't got her. So before the Gerald could even say nothing, oh my God, she bat the fuck out of him 3 times in a row. And his neck was stretched out already, but she hit him with another one. No, that boy looked like a fucking giraffe, you heard? He was squiggling and squirming on the floor like a little worm. I turned him around to see if he good. Then the bitch eyes was cocked like a pistol, you heard me? Ooh, I'ma call that little bitch Lil Debo. Debo the giraffe, you heard me? Ever since then, he always been a little fucked up. Crazy thing is, everybody be thinking he be staring out the window over there. But he really be looking at me, son. Cause it was me, son. I was the one who took the noodles, little brother. I was wrong for that, man. I think he know I took the noodles, little brother.
If you gotta be from New Orleans to know what they talking about, but that's like that's a thing. Like they eat noodles raw. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't eat noodles like, I know it sound crazy like when you think about it, cause I didn't, but we eat them raw. Like you put, it's good too. You put the seasoning all in there and you shake that bitch up. You got your pickle or a pig lip. That shit fire. I'm telling you. Like, and you gotta understand, we New Orleans, everybody know we good for good food, but that right there is like a New Orleans delicacy. That's like a snack.
Alright, the amount of lies I've seen go around about this man is kind of insane. So I'm going to start debunking some of these lies. The first one is that he's homophobic, doesn't like gay people, has a problem with them, or he thinks they should be stoned. All this crazy stuff people have been saying. Watch this interaction.
So I'm going to ask a very respectful question, as respectfully as I can. What does what they do in their private life concern you so much that you have to go up in front of a crowd? And
it is against God. That is
so let me ask you a question.
Are you a Christian or not?
Do we live in a theocracy, yes or no? No, do we live in a theocracy?
You said you're a Christian.
I am a Christian. And do you know what? And guess what? I will say this. Part of being a Christian is appropriately interpreting what the theological says for the individual, but also means to be long-suffering and patient and loving and kind. Jesus Christ talked to all people. Jesus Christ went and did his ministry through Judea and Samaria, and he had dinner with tax collectors, and he had dinner with prostitutes, and he did his ministry in every part of the Mediterranean. What it means to be a Christian, my friend, is to be open-minded but firm in your beliefs, so you can have that belief. But if you say there's something inherently wrong with communicating or associating just because they make different personal decisions than you, sir, are not a conservative. Thanks for being here tonight.
So no, the man was not homophobic. He overall has shown a lot of respect towards people who are gay. But many on the left don't want to acknowledge that. That's not convenient to the narrative that they want to push about this man. They want to spread lies. And then part of them are using that to justify him being murdered. So if you had a bunch of people telling you, hey, he hates gay people, what else are those people lying to you about? What else are they not telling you the truth about? The amount of slander I see coming from people who have no idea what they're talking about is wild. But again, it's not about the truth. It's about the narrative. And they have a narrative to push, and they're going to do their best to push it and trick people into believing what they want them to believe. But we're going to continue to fight that with the truth.
I already know what y'all niggas gonna say. Y'all gonna say, look at who defended Charlie Kirk. And you right, okay? You right about that. I'll give you that one. But Charlie Kirk mostly didn't talk about us. Like the video that I showed earlier, he was talking about us. But more than likely, which made him so prominent in the community and why people like myself think that he was a great guy, he was talking against a lot of things that was anti-American. And so he didn't really spend too much time being on either side, where he was more so like trying to make sure that there was a better America, which we unilaterally can agree from every demographic. If we're thinking about our descendants, we want to make sure that they have a better America than we have today and pass them off something that they can use. Lord, I hope this is like a real, like, from the culture black person. Not saying dude ain't from the culture, but you can kind of tell.
Let's just talk about it, because respectfully, a lot of y'all getting on my nerves. Let me tell you something about myself. I am probably one of the best people on this earth to speak on Charlie Kirk, to speak on his beliefs and what he preached, what he said, his messages. You want to know why? Because I've been in almost every field that y'all claim he's against. As you can see, I'm black. Blizzy black. Do you hear me? I'm a woman. I am a female. But y'all claim he is a sexist. Guess what else that I was?
She look like she's stoned
the
too.
Rainbow community, the alphabet community. For over 10 years of my life, I consider myself to be lesbian. You see this little white stuff on my shirt right here? You want to know what that is? It's baby throw up. You want to know why it's baby throw up? Because the Lord has blessed me with a husband and 3 kids after I gave my life to him. Amen. Was filled with the Holy Spirit and born again.
Yes,
but
Lord.
You want to tell me, you hear that sweet voice? You want to tell me I was never meant to or never should have had any of this and should have continued to walk in the deception that was a part of my life.
I agree.
Get out of here. I support and approve much of what Charlie Kirk said because I lived it. I went through it.
Not all.
And I testify that doing things God's way is better. That me being black never was a hindrance. And that me being a woman is totally fine. You want to know why? I have a master's degree and I choose to be a stay-at-home mother.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's going to tick somebody off, ain't it? Yup, I sit at home all day with my 3 kids, taking care of them because my family will forever be more important than my career.
That's beautiful.
But wait, that's not all. Let me include this really important detail. When I was 4 years old, my dad was unalived just a month before my 5th birthday. So don't come into my comments saying I had more opportunities than this person or that person. I was raised by a single mother who worked in a factory till this day. So get out of here. Okay? We do what we choose to do. Stop making excuses. Listen to Charlie Kirk and understand that through the power of God, through the power of Jesus Christ, you can be more than conquerors. And black community, you want to know what's really wrong with us? We ran away from Jesus and ran to the government. Yeah.
When I have these debates and discussions about who Charlie Kirk was and what he stands for with black people, a lot of black people just see like those snippets, like those 7-second snippets to paint a narrative of who he is. And to be honest, he's not really that important enough to a lot of black people to really deep dive to understand what his message is. Because his message is more about America. It's not about black people specifically, but what we do is we cherry pick what he's saying about black people and then we get it spoon spoon-fed by someone who wants us to not like him, and then we fall for it, hook, line, and sinker every time. So you got some black people that'll tell you, like, listen, I've listened to this guy, I've seen what we aligned on. The guy, a lot of the things that, if you really take the time out and break down some of his debates, like not the 7-second, 8-second clips, if you really break that stuff down and look at that, I'm just talking about black people specifically, you'll start to see that you align with a lot of the things that he stands for. Nuclear family, fathers being present in the home, community, strength, God. You know what I mean? Like, and I agree with most of that, so it's like, I know that there's not going to be somebody I 100% agree with, but mostly I agree with this dude.
First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Baby, because these people, they are crazy. Because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you. And the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in.
When I tell you that these black Democrats are so fake, so false, so phony, such liars, now that first video, that's who the real Jasmine Crockett is. Okay, this is somebody that was raised in wealth. This is somebody that was privately educated, went to good schools, all that other stuff. And so as soon as she gets elected to Congress, all of a sudden she's this neck swiveling, sassy black girl because, honey child, let me tell you about what these Republicans are doing. It is all fake. It is not real. And when I tell you that they put on these stupid accents, Kamala puts on her little black Southern accent, even Hillary Clinton put on her little accent as well. It is fake because they are inauthentic liars. Jasmine Crockett thinks that being loud, ghetto, and sassy is what Democrats expect of her. So that's why she is running that game.
Well, it's actually working. I mean, if you go in the comments and check out what the comments say about why she did that, all the black women say she's code switching. I do it all the time. That's called code switching. So you're gonna have to try a little harder.
Blacks are led to believe that DEI benefits blacks. But when you look at the statistics, you find out that it doesn't. According to Black Enterprise, blacks only make up 4% of DEI hires. According to McKinsey and Thompson, white women account for 76.1%
it help white women.
Chief diversity officers. And across the board, DEI hires is pretty much 60 to 62% of white liberal women. On face value, DEI has an image that it's pro-black. But when you wipe the black off of DEI,
it's white women.
And in particular, it's to benefit white liberal women and men who seek to push trans zealot ideologies, Marxist atheist ideologies, and anti-Christian bigotry.
That's why I keep telling black people, you don't know what you tie yourself to when you vote Democrat, when you tie yourself to the Democratic Party. That's all attached. Like that, those agendas are all attached. And you look at DEI, right? They talk about it. I'm from New Orleans, so they was talking about Essence Fest, right? And it was, they switched Essence Fest up, with this African shit. We already know about that. But they tried to attach the fact that one of the sponsors was Target, and black people are against Target. This is the message that they're trying to send out to us, that black people are against Target because they roll back DEI. When if you a responsible black person that knows what's going on, you ain't even benefiting from DEI, but they strapping it to our back and saddling us with the shit, and we moving it for white women and white people. And what's happening is that the liberal party, what they believe is that they can tell you nice shit, sell you on a dream, and that's all they have to do. They've been doing it for years. You gotta wake up and smell the roses. Shit ain't what it seemed,
So a lot of people still online making fun about, Charlie Kirk, being shot in public in front of his wife and kids, right? But for the black people who are celebrating this, right? Please stop acting. Stop putting on a facade. You guys are not celebrating this man's death because you didn't agree with his views. You're not celebrating his death because, he's racist or whatever. I don't think he's racist, but whatever. Right. The reason why y'all hating this man and why y'all making fun of him dying is because he held y'all accountable. And this is what the black community and black people in America do every single time when somebody point something out about the black community or things that black people tend to do, as if stereotypes are not there for a reason, right? They just make fun of that person, right? Y'all did the same thing to Kevin Samuels. When he was talking about, black fathers not being in the home, when he was talking about, black women being terrible at choosing their partners and having 4, 5, 6 baby daddies, right? And being the 6th baby moms, y'all made fun of him when he died. So stop acting as if, he was racist. I didn't agree with his views, and anybody who spews hate like that, they gotta go. No. Stop putting on a facade. We don't believe you. Nobody believes you. You guys are mocking this guy's death simply because he was holding y'all accountable. And that's what y'all do to every single person who holds y'all accountable. It's just what people who are going to comment on this video right now are probably going to say, he's an Uncle Tom. They make fun of me. That's the real reason. Yeah, that's the real reason. So let's call a spade and call a spade for what it is. Like, that's the reason y'all making fun of this man's death. We've seen it done. Kevin Samuels. Same thing happened. So, yeah, like, y'all could do whatever y'all want, right? But, don't act as if, you was racist. Yeah, bro, no. That's not the reason why y'all are making fun of this man dying and putting up memes. Y'all just mad that he was holding y'all accountable and pointing out the problems in the community. Because let's be honest, right? This is something that nobody wants to talk about. But stereotypes are there for a reason. Stereotypes, what people don't understand is that stereotypes wouldn't be a thing if that said thing didn't happen in the first place. It wouldn't be a thing if a stereotype wouldn't exist if the thing that stereotype is about never happened on a consistent basis or pattern recognition. That's because a lot of y'all don't understand what that is. Pattern recognition. That's the reason why stereotypes exist. But hey, yeah, stop putting on that facade, because y'all did not just, we didn't agree with his views and he was racist. That's cap, bro. We're seeing right through you.
I was having a tether conversation the other day, right, on a panel, and you could just see how the terminology is. It's like, we see right through you.
We're seeing right through you.
Just because he has the complexion doesn't mean that he really comes from the culture, which is understandable. What's happening is, in reality, isn't that we're avoiding accountability. The things that are being fed to us are like these soundbite ass clips of him saying negative shit. And so that first introduction to somebody, that's the most important one, especially the black people. There has to be like some sound mind like myself from the black community who's actually listened to this motherfucker talking about Charlie Kirk and understand what his message was, and be fearless enough to tell my people, like, listen, you got to take a second look at this dude, because a lot of what he was speaking on, I agree with that shit. And if we take it bar for bar, video for video, then we'll look and see, like, look at the context of how this whole thing was being said. I know you could probably pick out some bad shit, but what do you expect from somebody who's white? You know what I'm saying? It's not his responsibility to know our culture, but you got motherfuckers like this guy right here, which I would consider, I don't consider tether a bad or good or bad term, just somebody who has opinion about black culture that didn't necessarily grow up in black culture. I'm not saying he did or didn't, but based off of his accent, you could tell that he might have some like genealogy coming from some other place that ain't just African Americans who grew up in black America. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to take that with a grain of salt. But what I will say is this: I don't think that we just running from accountability. I'm throwing this one in here to hopefully shoot Charlie Kirk some bail. I ain't watched it yet, so we gonna react together.
See, you got an anti-DEI shirt on, so this is about to get good.
Well, instead of debating DEI, why don't you define it?
Got you. So diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I know what that means.
Okay, my fault.
I would say DEI stands for didn't earn it.
Ooh, didn't earn it. You've been working on it? I honestly believe that the fact that you got to this point where you was already unrepresented on these campuses already shows that you did actually earn to get those fundings, did actually earn to get that exclusivity tailored to you.
But let's try to find some common ground.
Okay.
Do you think people should be hired based on their race or their competency?
I don't think that. I think they should be race.
Which one?
My fault. Sorry. My fault. I think that they should be hired based on their competency, not their race.
We totally agree, right?
Okay.
So what DEI does in practice, not in theory, is it focuses on race more than competency.
Okay.
That is our concern.
Okay.
And so what I want, and you seem, very passionate about a lot of things, and you obviously have skills. For your life, I want you always to be judged on the content of your character, not the color of your skin. Where DEI says, no, we're actually going to care more about skin color than competency. And so what we want is an America based on merit, America based on how hard you work, an America based on what you bring to the table, not just what you look like.
I want you to first notice how he has been beguiled into being the racehorse, arguing with a white man about DEI that mostly benefit white women. Like the numbers say that DEI mostly benefit white women, but this nigga is arguing with a white man about a policy that mostly benefit white women. That's like, we gotta see the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? And so on top of that, when they try and say that he don't like black people, he's speaking on DEI being merit-based. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. Any hard-working black person in America, they want things to just be fair, equal, just merit-based. If I'm the best person for the job, let me be the best person. But if I'm not, I can't say cause I'm black. I gotta say cause this is how they beat me, so I'm gonna have to step my shit up and hold myself accountable. That comes with that though. But most of us don't want to have to deal with that side of things. But I'm gonna let this thing keep rolling.
You're proving our point here. All this hedge fund here, BlackRock here, Crystal Rock over there, that's all of you guys who made this. We do, no, we have ETH, Bitcoin, we don't do BlackRock. So you guys ruined the economy by making these hedge funds so high. Oh, I want to spend this much on a house. You guys inflated the economy over your lifetimes. That's facts.
Well,
We just got here.
There are plenty of millennials and Gen Zers who are now in this upper echelon of finance.
Not enough.
So I don't think it's a boomer, it's a greed thing.
It is a greed
thing. We're not going back. My parents paid $40,000 for their house in 1960 outside of Boston. It's now $2.8 million.
You made sounds like they came. You just came up.
Right.
You just hit a max win.
You guys got the method. My friend's parents paid $5,000 for their summer home. In 1946, it's now worth close to $8 million.
You're proving our point. Y'all ruined the economy. Y'all ruined our economy. How can we buy homes? You guys let me get this straight. I want that house. I gotta pay $8.5 million. You just
okay. Thank you very much.
You can see that the mindset is so stuck on how to gain wealth that they don't understand that they're extracting wealth from themselves. And so what you're doing is you're stealing from the future to be able to live luxuriously in the present, but they about to be on their way out. So they're bragging as if the value of the property going up means that America is doing better, when in fact it doesn't. It's just inflation. It's just the illusion that it's doing better. And so they can't get around that. And so the new generation, which that is brilliant for them to be able to explain this to them, is that you have taken the value because of greed and inflated it. And so now you've deluded yourself into this idea that because it's worth 8 million, that's a good thing. When in fact, when you think about the overall economy, it prices most people out, which is the problem. See, you were priced in. That means that everybody can participate. But when there's only a select few at the top that can participate, that creates an issue. And that's what you have passed down to us. That's what they're trying to explain. But old people be setting their ways, dog. It's not just black people, it's all people. Old people.